Hi, my name is Kiara Thomas. I am a resident at the Family Scholar House. I began living here in February of 2022. Currently, I am a senior at Campbellsville University. I am studying marriage and family ministry as well as psychology. I actually finished this December. I'm also interning here through AmeriCorps for Family Scholar House as the community engagement specialist. Before I came to the Scholar House, I was going to school full time. I had no kids at the time, so I was just kind of partying and going to school, having fun, just living a regular life. And then of course COVID hit, and then I became pregnant. So I was like, life is getting ready to make a big change, so I had to figure it out. Prior to me becoming pregnant years ago, one of my friends at the time actually lived at the Family Scholar House. So she was going to school, getting her master's at the time. And once I became pregnant, I remembered the program. So I was like, let me look them up and see exactly what you all need to get in to the program. So I did, and qualified, of course, and I got in. I just wanted to have a stable house for my daughter. That was my main concern. For me, raising a child was important. I want to make sure I raise her correctly so she doesn't have to heal from like any trauma or anything like that, and just have a high quality of life. So that was my main goal, giving her stable housing, but also continuing my education. Like, I knew I wanted to continue that and I didn't want to stop. I love what I'm majoring in. I love psych. I'm just very passionate about it. I love the human mind, the way people think, how they behave, as well as it's gonna set me up for success to be able to provide for my daughter. So I did not want to stop that. My daughter's name is Kaysen. She's 2. She currently attends the Early Learning Center, which is also attached to the Family Scholar House. She loves anything Baby Shark. She's very smart. She's already counting. She knows her colors. And she's just a happy, bubbly kid. It's just made life a lot easier. Like, I don't think I would have been able to go to school full time without the services that Family Scholar House provides. I know I wouldn't have. I probably would have had to cut down part time because I would have had to work. I would have had, well, I'm currently working, but it kind of works out. So, but I would have had to work a regular job, which they're not as lenient or understanding. I would have had to pay out of pocket for childcare, which I don't. Living here, my daughter has great teachers. The Early Learning Center is great. And it's just giving us the stability I need to be able to focus on school and finish. So I've been currently looking at my options. I'm going right back. I don't plan to stop. I'm looking into actually getting into a post-bac program to finish my prerequisites so I can get into medical school someday. I want to go on to be a physician, hopefully like internal medicine or psychiatric work. The Family Scholar House just has many great programs. One of the programs that I really love that's helped so much is the AmeriCorps program. I actually signed a contract with AmeriCorps, which is the federal government. It allows me to get a $6,000 scholarship towards loans or towards school for full-time service working here at the Family Scholar House. So they partner together to come up with that, as well as earning a living allowance, which I think is awesome because it's hard to try to work and go to school, and this allows me to do it and get a scholarship. Who doesn't like scholarships? So my commute is not far, and then I have a very great working environment. It's not stressful. The staff is awesome. All of them are very understanding because they understand that I'm a single parent and I'm doing this for myself. For instance, my daughter got sick and I had to take her out of daycare for a week. They were understanding about that, allowed me to work at home. Then I turned around and got sick 2 weeks later. They allowed me to work from home and stay at home, still have a job, still be able to come back, which is it's unheard of, really. Like, most places would have fired me. So it's changed in so many ways. I have a stable environment, which I never really used to have. I come from a background of trauma, of not having a lot, period. My mom was a single mom, so I almost continued that generational, I call it a curse. But being at the Family Scholar House has helped me to break it. I am now going to be college educated where my mother wasn't. I'll be able to get a lucrative career where my mother has had to always hold entry-level positions. For me, that was the most important thing. So I wanted my daughter to have a better quality of life, and I wanted her to succeed on a higher level than what I'm succeeding. Studying psychology, you learn what you endure in your childhood affects your adulthood as well. Me knowing that and coming into that, I just want to completely change the narrative for my daughter, and so I worked hard to do that. We have plenty of workshops here at the Family Scholar House. Like recently, well, this isn't a workshop, but we had an event where they pay for everybody to go to the zoo with their kids. So, and my daughter absolutely loved it. She loved the animals, loved being able to run around, and it was more so like a family thing. We was all out in the group. It was a huge group. We ended up breaking off into smaller groups, walking around the zoo, coming back, and just hanging out, getting to know people who are going through the same types of situations, seeing people who are on the other side of those situations as well. You know, get them giving advice. It's just a great environment, really. It was actually pretty easy to get into the program. All I did was I contacted a number. They did a psychosocial assessment on me. They let me know that in order to get housing, I would actually have to be a single parent and I had to be in school. I was already in school. I was pregnant at the time, so I had to wait until I had my daughter. Once I had my daughter, I notified them that I had her, and I had a housing interview. And then like a month or so later, I was able to move in. I highly advise anyone to get a higher education. I think it is the foundation of your future. For single parents, there are options. A lot of people feel like that you don't have options, you're not gonna be able to finish school, and that was me. I'm like, dang, I'm not gonna be able to finish school. I have to go to school full time, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't have to go to school full time. You can do part time. There are people in the community that will support you. There's support out there. And Family Scholar House is one. And when I say support, I mean wrap-around services, from career coaching to academic services. They offer counseling services when needed. They help you with food. They offer a food pantry here. Like I said, I do AmeriCorps, so there's job opportunities here. There's all type of services, childcare. So you have options. I'm looking at U of L, and I just want to go. I want to go to U of L because this is home. Growing up, I watched the U of L basketball team. I still remember the championship in 2013, being outside. I love the campus. I've always went on campus. I partied on campus. I'm familiar with it. Like, it's just home. And right now they're offering a post-bac program. They're offering scholarships for people specifically coming from the West End to get their prereqs so they can go to medical school, and which has always been a big dream for me, and I didn't even know that was possible, and now it's possible. Once you graduate, you are allowed to leave with your Section 8 voucher. Okay. I don't want to do that. I want to stay here because it's easy. It's easy. Yeah, I'm here, I'm working here, it's easy. But I think you're allowed to stay in up into your master's degree, so which I thought was awesome. Being able to stay somewhere until your master's degree, which, you know, at a master's level, the income level puts you almost through the roof. So depending on what you go for, which a lot of places don't let you do. It was not only the career services, it was also the academic services. So we meet with an academic coach once a month. They go over our grades, they go over our classes, they see if we need tutors, if we need them. They ask if we need help with financial aid. Career Services steps in and asks us the questions. What do you want to do after this? What is your goal? How are you going to do this? Do you need a resume? Do you have a resume? Those type of things. So it's wraparound services. You really get everything in one spot. COVID actually made it very weird. So I moved in during COVID. So like the morale was coming kind of down when I moved here because everyone was locked in. But since we've opened back up, I am starting to see more people talk with each other and kind of talk to each other about school, next steps, what you want to do. I know me personally, I talk to my neighbor all the time. We talk about our next steps, what we want to do. We always end up running across new programs for people who want to continue their education because she just finished with her master's. You do get a sense of community. You have people that are chasing the same type, not exactly the same goal, but the same types of goals. And it helps you keep focused. Like some days I'm not feeling well and I don't want to do my work. And she's like, girl, you better get in there and do that work. Like you come too far. Get in there and get it done. All the kids pretty much play together, especially since there's a playground right outside. I've seen kids riding their bikes together, scooters. My daughter, she's only 2, but she likes to play with chalk. So the other kids in the neighborhood will come and help draw on the sidewalk with her. Yeah. She knows how to use a laptop. She understands using a mouse, which kind of blew my mind because I'm like, you're 2. Just the other day, she came to me and she picked up her book and she said, "Mom, book." And I said, "You want me to read to you?" And she's like, "Yeah." So I read her the book and I gave it to her afterwards. She sat back and opened the book and was pointing, trying to, I don't know what she was saying, but you could tell she's very interested in education. And then like sometimes when I have extra time, I do like little science experiments with her. So she's very excited about that type of stuff. We do a lot of community engagement. We'll go out to resources, resource fairs and things like that and explain, basically what I'm doing right now, explain what the program is, what we do here, and she tries to also get volunteers to come in and help like with things like, we have something here called Adopt a Family, where we get a list from each family of things that they might need, things that they want, and we have people from the community come in and adopt them and pay for those gifts, and those gifts are free for Christmas time. So if there are any single parents out there who are looking to further their education and need housing or need child care as well, or any type of services, please contact Family Scholar House at familyscholarhouse.org. It's all one word.